I hope you are all ready for another makeup video today, because the look you see me wearing right now is exactly the look I'm going to be creating for you. I hope you will join me on this journey. If you would like to, please keep on watching. Hey there friends, I'm Nikki and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so very much for stopping by. If you're not new, welcome back. I do upload at least 3 times per week, but since I never know exactly when I'm going to pop in and upload, best thing you can do is subscribe. Please join the party I've got going on here. Click that button down below to get notified. And if you have already subscribed, thank you so very much. I greatly do appreciate it. So today is going to be another makeup video, and usually I don't do this many makeup videos close together, but I kind of went on a palette shopping spree. I want to review all these palettes I picked up. So today I am going to be trying out the new Forbidden Fruit palette from Flower Beauty. It looked like this here. You can see there's 10 different shades. There are mattes and shimmers in this palette, and all of the shade names do coincide with the theme of the palette being fruit. I love this color story. It is so pretty. It is such a cute looking little palette too. And if you're not familiar with Flower Beauty at all, it is a brand created by Drew Barrymore. And I love the fact that she came out with this line because she and I are the exact same age. And it just goes to show that you don't have to be super young to enjoy and have fun with makeup. So really inspiring that she did this line, and everything is vegan and cruelty free. Down in the description box I will put the link for you to be able to purchase this palette, but guess what, it's $15. That's right. I am so happy that this is a very affordable palette, but of course we got to see how this is gonna perform. So this is the palette, this is the look. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, everybody, I think I am ready to dive into this palette. Now, I have zoomed in a little bit closer than I usually do. I'm trying something a little bit different because how I have been doing my makeup videos is doing close-ups of whenever I'm applying the shadows, which I very well may still do when I'm doing my editing, but for now I'm just going to try it this way. So I am going to do one eye on camera. By the way, I happen to only have one eye primed at the moment. And then I will go off camera to complete the look. And when I come back, I will tell you what I used to complete it, give you a close-up of the finished look, and then give you my final thoughts on this palette. So let's do it. And I have got the one eye primed using P. Louise in the shade Rumor 2. For me, it is the holy grail of eyeshadow primers. And I'm looking at this palette, and there are such really pretty shades in here. I mean, that's why I bought it, right? But what I think I want to use first is dipping into this shade here called Juicy. And for that, I'm just using it's a Mange is the name of the brand. It's from Amazon, but it is a number 3 brush. And I'm just going to dip into that. And I'm going to put that along my crease. I'm just going to pack this in along my crease. Just like this. Alright, that is pigmented. I'm always looking for pigmentation. I know that's very important to a lot of people. You want the shades to be seen, right? But that's really pretty. It's kind of like a melony pink color. Melony pink, kind of like a watermelon, I guess. I don't know how else to describe that other than a melony pink. But yeah, it's very beautiful pink. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. So I'm just going to keep applying that. I just want to build that up here in my crease. So again, I'm just packing it. I am not blending. I will save that for later. Let me just do one more dip. I want this shade to be bright and very noticeable. Wow. that is very, very pretty. Oh my gosh, very beautiful color. All right. So now I want to blend that out a little bit, and I think I want to use the shade here called Guava, which is right next to Juicy. For that, I'm just taking a Makeup Institute of Los Angeles number S209 brush. So let me dip into that. And I'm just gonna buff this out here like so. Okay, a little more. I mean, this is also kind of a melon color. I mean, obviously this is forbidden fruit for the name of the palette, so these are fruity type of colors. And that is really gorgeous. It's almost kind of like a peachy color, I guess is another way to describe it. That is gorgeous. I think those colors look really beautiful together. They're good complement colors. So take a little bit more and blend that some more here. These blend so nicely too. Look at that. And this is the first time I've ever tried this brand. So it's not just a review of the palette, it's kind of a review for the brand too. So that is looking really pretty, and that was so easy to blend too. I mean, you could see that. It didn't take me long at all. So next I want to deepen on my outer corner, and I'm gonna go into this shade called Dragon Fruit right here in the corner there. And that looks like a nice berry. And I'm gonna be using a Lunar Beauty number 3 brush for this. This is kind of my go-to brush for deepening up the outer corners lately because it works really well. All right, that is a beautiful shade there. So I'm just going to take that here and try to deepen this up a bit. Get that into my crease. Definitely need a little more. Yeah, that is a beautiful berry. It's pigmented, it's not super harsh or anything. I mean, it's, again, pigmented, but it's not like, bam, oh my gosh, overdone it or anything like that. It is one that is, you can build up and still pops. I'm just really surprised and very happy with how nicely these shades are just complementing each other and blending so nicely. Because I hate it when you put a shade on and it's so overpowering that it just kind of washes away all the other shades that you have there, and then you're just blending and blending and blending. And of course, this is even when you tap the brush off and you're not using much, or at least you don't think you're using much. But definitely not the case with these shades. They are so nicely blending. Very happy with that. That is super, super pretty. All right, so next up, I want to take the shade Blackberry. This one right here. Obviously, it's a much darker shade. It looks kind of brown in the pan, but it's called Blackberry, so I'm assuming it's going to have a little bit of a berry type of tone to it. And I'm going to take that on a Luna Beauty number 5 brush, and I'm just going to lightly dip into that. So it looks like that on the brush, and I'm just going to apply that to the outer part of my lid, just to deepen that up a tad. And again, look at how nicely these shades are going on. Again, nothing overpowering, nothing that you're going to have to take forever to blend out. It just goes on so effortlessly. That is really pretty. Yeah, you can see that it definitely does have like a brownish tone to it, but I know the camera may not be picking this up very well, but I do see a little bit of a berry in there. mean, I guess calling it blackberry is a good name for it, because if you look at a blackberry, this is pretty much the shade you see on it. And that is perfect for deepening up the outer part of the lid. Yeah, so easy, so easy. Now I am going to clean this up here a little bit when I'm finished, but for right now I'm going to keep going. And next up, I want to dip into the shade Pomegranate right here. It kind of is a good complementary color to the dragon fruit. They look a little similar, but the pomegranate has some shimmer to it. So I'm going to take a Luna Magic brush, no number for it, and I'm just going to take some of that and put that on the outer part of my lid here, right like there. Again, I always try shimmer shades with a brush first, just to see if they work. If not, then I go right to my finger. And I love it when shimmer shades actually work with a brush. And it looks like this one is doing that. It's really pretty too. But you see how that shade just kind of complements that pomegranate one that I put on, because they're very similar to each other, but it just gives it that little bit of shine. That is really beautiful. I'm just going to put a little bit more. Just right there. Gorgeous. That's how I feel about it. It is gorgeous. All right, I am just going to color switch because I'm going to continue using the same brush. And next I want to dip into Exotic, this beautiful purple right there. It's kind of a lilac-y purple. And I'm going to take some of that, see if this works with the brush also. But this is also a shimmer shade. And I'm going to put that along the rest of my lid. Oh yeah. It's showing up. That's good. That's always a good sign. And that looks really, really pretty. Yeah. I think that is also another good color to complement. I mean, obviously, when you have a palette, all the shades should complement one another. And that is exactly what I'm seeing here. And again, no cut crease. My eyes are so hooded, a lot of times it doesn't really matter. And let's just get that on right there. There we go. Really, really beautiful. It pops. I just love a little bit of a pop on the lid, and that is what it's giving me. Very, very pretty. So for my inner corner, I want to go into this shade here, Lychee. Am I saying that right? That's how it's spelled, L-Y-C-H-E-E. It's a fruit I've never heard of before. Laugh all you want at me, I don't care. But never heard of lychee before. So anyway, I'm going to dip into that, and I'm going to take a Luna Beauty number 4 brush for this. And I'm going to pop this right here on my inner corner, right there. Okay, that is really beautiful. That is a beautiful highlight color. That is going to look stunning on the lid too. Oh my gosh. That is so beautiful. Look how nicely that went on too. Again, very easy. Beautiful, beautiful. So now for my lower lash line, I want to take a little bit, not much, just a little bit of that blackberry. And I'm going to take that on an Isiki brush. That's a really weird name. Again, another one I got from Amazon. I've got some really cheap Amazon brushes that work amazingly, and this is a brand that I feel that way about. So I'm just going to take a little bit, again, and I just want to put that right here in the corner. Bring that over ever so slightly. I'm just taking very swift, short motions, swiping motions that is, just like that. Perfect. All right, and I'm going to just color switch because I'm going to use the same brush once again. And I haven't used this shade yet, Papaya. This one right here. That looks very beautiful too. And I'm going to take some of that on this brush and finish my lower lash line with it. Just like this. So this shade is a little lighter than I thought, but it's still pretty. It still is pigmented. Take a little more. It's kind of a peachy color, of course. You know, it's Papaya. I love the shade names. They match the shades really well. Except for, again, Lychee. I have no idea what the heck that is. I'm gonna have to look that up. Some of you are probably like, how do you not know? I just don't. Alright, so there's that. And actually, I'm gonna take a little bit more of the blackberry. And I just wanna put that right there again, just to kind of have those two blend together a little better. There's know what I should say, in a bit of a harsher line. Don't want a harsh line between the shades, so that I think looks a little better that way. Alright, so there's the one eye complete. Let me go off camera, complete the other eye, finish up the entire look, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, I have returned. Now, I know you kind of got a sneak peek of this look already when I did my intro and all, but I will give you a close-up of it here in just a second. First though, I got to go over with you what I used to complete the look. Starting off with this ColourPop Cream Gel Eyeliner in my waterline. It is in the shade Peach Fizz. For my lips, once again, I did not line them. My lips are so darn thin, it usually just doesn't pay to do that stuff. But anyway, I used this Smith & Cult Hydro Gloss in the shade Coral Peach. I also used Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. And the wig today is one of my all-time favorites. She is Farrah from Motown Tress. All right, now let's take a closer look at this here. Here is what I created. Please be sure to give me your thoughts down in the comments. Be respectful, of course, but I always love to hear your opinions. And now it's time to give you mine. So, Drew Barrymore, you are my hero, girl. I mean, granted, she's always been kind of my idol, because ever since I was 4 years old, I wanted to be an actress. And I always thought one day I would be just like her. So I took acting classes, improv classes, I did college theater, I did civic theater. But I missed one very important step. I never went to Hollywood. Kind of hard to make it in Hollywood if you're not there, right? But that's just what I guess my destiny had planned for me. I digress. But anyway, yeah, she came out with this palette. I am very happy with it. Just so you know, I didn't experience much kickback in the pans at all. I know some people find that to be very important. And also, as far as fallout goes, I only experienced a teeny tiny little bit on my cheeks, and it just wiped away super easily. So that I have no complaints about either. But again, this color story is so beautiful. I love it. And you know me, my aesthetic is a little bit more glam. It's just how I like things. So you can definitely make glam looks. You can make some dramatic looks and very simple looks. You can make so many looks. I mean, that's why I love how it says let's play on here. Yeah, play around with it. Have a lot of fun with this palette. You definitely can. And you can't complain about the price. Who can complain about $15 for a palette? That is super affordable. I love, love, love that. So this is one I am super glad I picked up. I really want to try more from this brand. I plan on it. And I think that this is one you should get for your collection. So I am going to give it the Fonzie thumbs up, definitely. One I recommend. That's how I feel about it. I would really like to know if any of you have this palette, how you feel about it. If you plan to get this palette after watching this review, I would love to know that as well. But otherwise, that's it for today. You know I appreciate you all watching, so thank you for that, and I will catch you in my next video. So, till next time, bye-bye.